Gonna see what the strategies round out here. Looks like potentially a Stargate opening again. Give a trap. Stargate just gets put down. Warp Gate being delayed ever so slightly.
If you could have it your way, Maynard, what would you love to see out of Trap?
Honestly, a ton of gateways charge, and they're just making a nice big A move right through his throat.
Okay.
You asked, I'll tell you.
Why did I even ask?
Right. Overlord's gone down, and he did cancel that Overlord speed quite deliberately, I'm sure. Happy with the getting information. And just a little bit of drone damage, but losing 2 adepts does sting.
Yeah, 2 adepts for 2 drones, I think in general is a trade that Protoss players are not very happy with. Yes, he forced out a Spore Crawler as well, but this is not really it. I'm always a bit shocked when I see players at this caliber seeing their adepts split up, right? Like, that just means more surface area for these Zerglings to attack those 2 adepts. In general, you always want to keep them together and tuck them between those mineral patches.
We gotta see Reynor lock down the safety here against the Stargate plays. Link's coming on that front line. This is a little bit annoying for Trap. He does have his adepts there holding that front door, but his Oracles trying to get some drone damage are getting battered back by the Queens. Oh, Ling's sneaking on through. That's what I'm talking about. The Lings always just seem to get in here for Reynor.
Yeah, I think he was forced to cancel that battery because you don't really want to wall yourself in. But this kind of stuff is very awkward. The Oracle Phoenix opening didn't really do any damage. He lost the adepts. This may have seemed like a game where not too much has happened yet. But I'm sure that Trap is very unhappy with it. Look at the amount of money that Trap has right now. 900 minerals. That's not the amount of minerals you ever want to see in your bank in this phase in the game.
9 mutas on the way here for Reynor.
Yep, Phoenixes are being produced right now for Trap. That's an interesting choice by Reynor. We've seen it obviously quite a bit in the past in this matchup. It can work. You don't want to lose that.
Oh boy.
You don't want to lose those, Trap, because you're going to need those to defend against the mutas.
Feels like he's lost about 500 gas to these 3 Queens here.
Yep. Obviously, Reynor is going to go back into Roaches behind all of this. He's also dropping the Infestation Pit, so he can go into the Spire. He can go into Brood Lords much later. But I think there's a realistic opportunity for these mutas to not only be annoying, but get some damage done as well.
Completely agree with you. The Phoenix count is just not impressive right now. There's the first wave of mutas. They are flying on in, and there's a bit more than Trap probably expected here. He does have the Prism with the Archons in it, and a couple Phoenixes, so good control. He is pushing them away from his production at the moment. And there are some units sort of waiting for him in that low ground. Not a ton of them shoot up, though. Just the Archons and the Sentries.
Yeah, Reynor really does want to get something out of these mutas, and he's going to find a couple of probes. Finds a Phoenix that just popped as well. Doesn't immediately kill it. Will still be able to kill it in the end because Trap didn't actually truly send it away. And I think these mutas could be in some trouble. They may finally go down soon, but they've already done more than I thought they would.
Trying to get another Phoenix here. He's actually losing a few of these mutas. You know, mutas are relatively expensive, but he is finding damage.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Reynor from the north. Nice force fields are trapped for the most part. A little bit of an opening on the left, though. Oh, those Banelings are finding that chewy inside of this crunchy exterior of Protoss, and they've done so much damage.
And the Muta's actually helping out here as well. They can activate the barriers of those Immortals. They're adding some decent DPS as well. There's still quite a bit of Zerg. I like that little squad of Trap on the north side. That could be enough, but Trap cannot go out too far. The Lings could be a problem here, even though we see a couple of Zealots running in as well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a lot of Lings.
I would go back.
More on the way. Yeah, got to pull back to that 4th Nexus.
Yep.
Let's get another warp in round here. So both players trading a fair bit of army right there, and the dust is settling at the moment. Reynor on 90 workers right now, by the way, as that hive gets close to finishing up.
Yep, and he's going to end up losing his last 2 mutas here, but that's quite a quick lead beacon, right? All things considered, this has not been a game that I'd be very happy with if I was Trap. I'd feel quite stressed out, I'd feel worried, but he's already getting a beacon.
Going to carrier right now, I guess, the follow-up plan for Trap, but it's going to be so expensive. Baneling's looking for those probes, get 4 there. And a little bit of a scuffle up there on that high ground. Another run by Dead Archon here, going to go down. Static defense not going to be enough. Warp in through Trap to try and slow down those Banelings. The probes are getting stuck and stacked up a little bit here, but he does actually keep most of them alive.
Wow, I can't believe he didn't lose more probes. They're only losing 5. That is very impressive. Still defending this fort base as well. Trap is playing a lot better in the last minute and a half of this game. The shame is that the first 7 or 8 minutes really did not work out at all.
Yeah, he's gone from a lot of money to not much here. He started the Mothership first here.
It's good against just Banelings, right? Like, if you can just cloak your High Templars, you can cloak your Immortals, it's really good. But I don't think Reynor is just going to keep rolling Banelings into this main army. The Great Aspire has now been started, and Reynor is just looking for more and more economic damage. Yeah. I mean, I must say, Trap has done a good job in the last 2-3 minutes of still turning this into a game, because it started to look really rough, but he's defending right now like his tournament life depends on it, and that's not totally the case yet, but nobody wants to go down 0-2.
Absolutely not. Every single map matters so much. at this, the biggest tournament of the year here for Starcraft 2. We've got those Tempests, like you mentioned, still in production, 2 and 2x2 here, but as we can see in the production type for the Zerg, Pathogen Glands on the way, Infesta, Broodlord not far away, and Reynor going double Spire even for double upgrades on those air units.
Yep. More Banelings, morphing, getting those upgrades. Oh, High Templars!
There we go.
Oh, that's nice. I like the SimCity there as well. Good warp in there by Trap. Clutch warp in.
Yeah, very nice. Good defense here from the Protoss. Of course, when it comes down to going across the map, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. The Banelings like to connect with those High Templar, but they turn into an Archon just in time. Yep. Just losing Zealots is actually okay here.
Trap's just seeming a little more on the money right now, right? It seems like he's finally finding his rhythm. We don't see any random units being sacrificed anymore. He's saving units when he can. The probe saves were excellent. He's even stepping on creep now. I mean, there's a lot.
Play.
Yeah, there's definitely a ballsy play. There's a couple of Root Lords here. I mean, maybe?
I mean, there's no Infestors just yet. Oh, the Banelings found that opening. Grabs attention on the other side of the map. There goes 18 probes, and the Lings running by into the natural as well. Very annoying for Trap here, taking big income damage. He does still have a scary army on the front line. So if Trap can make a big counterattack here and find some counter damage, his game's going to stay alive, but it doesn't look amazing here.
No, he needs way more than he's getting so far. He's going to drop a couple of storms, and yes, they are connecting with links, but he needs more. That's the danger of moving out as well, right? It's like, yeah, it's cool that you're pushing back the creep, but can you still defend as well as you did in the last 3 minutes? No, you can't if the units are out of position. I mean, you got to give it to Reynor. Obviously, he's there immediately with the run by in the natural, and that did not work out. And every second that goes by now is 1 second that I think Reynor is very happy with, and Trap is going to be less happy with, because those Infestors that you mentioned, Maynard, they're coming.
Pretty tough here for the Protoss to deal with that. Corrupt is coming on forward. A Fungal goes down those units, detecting them, doing some splash damage as well. Storms on those Lings, pushing that ground army of the Zerg back. The Mothership's got to go down, and this army of Trap is surrounded by Zerg. He's going to try and stand and fight here with the Archon. He does still have some Storm energy as well from Corruptors. The Tempest will get picked off though.
Yep, it just takes a lot of storms, right? Reynor needs to get those Corruptors out of there. There's no need to hover them. I mean, Trap actually still surviving with quite a few units on the ground. So Reynor is now spending that bank that he's built up for a long time.
A lot of Archons.
Yep, I see no Storm here, but just those Archons, they're going to be good against the Lynx. Just 1 or 2 Broodlords right now would complicate things a lot. But maybe Trap can get a base, maybe even the Great Aspire.
Maybe even get the Broodlords before they're done. Trap coming forward with those Archons, and the Immortals doing incredible damage into the Satchery. The Lynx coming down to push that Protoss back. Reynor needs these Broodlords to hold on. He's going to take a lot of damage here. That Charge Lot coming in for the side here. 14 drones and the base goes down.
I feel like if he gets the Great Aspire here, this is massive for Trap. Trap wants more. I think he just wants the game, but I would have settled for the Great Aspire.
He's turning and firing on it now. A little bit late to the party, but getting it is a nice pick-off. There is a second Spire for Reynor as well. Did that go down?
Yep, but no, I don't think that went down yet. Bailing Nest, that's also a very big pick-up. He recalls, no, yeah.
No!
Oh,
Zealots, get in there!
Oh.
Get in there! Get in there! Get it done! No! I mean, the Great Aspire is off creep, so it is going to start to bleed out, but of course he can spread it a little bit.
Oh, that would be funny.
Doesn't have a transfuse just yet. Okay, some high energy queens coming in. They're going to save that thing.
That
sucks.
He dropped the transfuse as well, right? Right before the end, when the main army was still there. Dropped only a single transfuse, but it wasn't enough. Are there no Corruptors on the map? No, there are 5.
Just 5, not that many.
Yeah, they're with the main army.
It's like a lot of Archons would be very, very scary here. Just some of those Tempests helping out against the Broods.
On the 20 army supply for Reynor. Reynor is maxed out once again, but it's very heavy on the Lynx, and because he hasn't had a Baneling nest in quite some time, he doesn't have the same amount of Banes as he had before. Well, actually he has 0 Banes.
That is a problem. So at least Trap knows these probes are going to be safe for quite a while. Those Infestors are getting pretty high in energy here. More and more Archons coming in. I love just a heavy amount of Archons for Trap. I think that's a brilliant idea against what we're seeing right now. They're very hard to slow down, and if they can get anywhere near the Corruptors and obviously the Infestors, they will mow through them. Plus 3 attack on the way for Trap. Feels like these upgrades have been a little slow. Alright, Roach is coming in with some Lings here. They find that 5th Nexus.
One pylon. I mean, you can just go for the pylon here, and that makes your life a little bit easier. Reynor realizing that as well. All of these cannons are going to get unpowered. I'm not sure where the army is. The army is all the way on the right top
side. Tower with the prison.
Yeah,
why not?
Do that.
He's bringing the Stalkers. Looks like he's going to be able to seal defense here at least.
Don't forget that Neuroparasite is on.
Whoa! It was an offensive recall. Where's this recall going to go to? It's going everywhere. The Vipers have pulled the Mothership out of position.
What?
Was this actually a good play?
I don't know if this is good. I mean, the Broodlords are very exposed. The Archons got a couple of shots off. The Tempests are just going crazy. I have no idea what we're watching.
The Archons are doing incredible damage down here on the low ground. Immortals and Archons on the main picking up the Corruptors. The Tempests have picked up the Broodlords. What are we watching right now?
Neuroparasite kicking in now as well. So a couple of these Archons are attacking the Immortals at this point. I've seen a lot of Starcraft fights in my life. I've never
That
seen
was-
that fight.
And I mean, offensive recalls and motherships are rare, but an offensive recall on a mothership that's in the middle of it, a Viper, yoink, even rarer. What a crazy moment there in this game. Reynor does have a fair bit of money. He's going to try and replenish that army supply, but Trap's not going to give him space. He's coming forward with reinforcements.
The more you space out, though, the better the Zerglings become, right? And that's kind of what's happening here. The Lynx are getting some fantastic surface area on all of these Archons, and just Gateway units are not going to cut it here. The War Prism is going to try to save the day, but that's not going to be enough either.
Down goes the Prism, and Rainer's reinforcements more than enough to hold on here. He pushes Trap back, grabbing a Tempest for himself. Why not? Filing that down, and Trap has only 7 army supply left in this game.
That was such a wild fight, man. Like I said, I've seen a lot of Starcraft fights in my life. I've never seen that one. But the more spaced out it gets, the better those Zerglings become. And these Zerglings, they are as feisty as they will ever be. +3 Adreno glands. So if the Lynx can surround Protoss units, those Protoss units just disappear so quickly. I mean, that 5th base went down as well, right? On the bottom side of the map, 6 o'clock. So that was a massive loss. We have a little bit of long distance mining now, but it seems that Trap is all out of steam.
Gee, there it is.